1.
It's your boy Rance. No.
Hit him, Jay.
It's your boy Ransom. And you know, we do it for the culture. Listen, we out here. We in 42nd Place Studios.
42nd.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to y'all. Got to get the sponsor out there and all that. This is the Swats show. Season 2, episode 1. Let's get it, baby. Let's get it. You know what I'm saying? We got a couple of things we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about the Queen and her death. We're going to talk about the King. We're going to talk about Britney Griner and a few other things. SWAT stands for SWAT stands for Squad with All the Soldiers. So that's what we're about to do. But before we do that, my mans, you have an Instagram? What's your Instagram, my dude?
Yo, I go by the comedic realtor, boy.
Okay.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen?
Okay.
I'm a hilarious dude, and I'll sell you a house.
Let's go.
Buy, sell, commercial, luxury, whatever you want. Let's have a conversation.
Let's get it, my dude. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
I appreciate you, Ransom. Thank you for having me.
Right back at you, my dude. So, what is your thoughts on the Queen's death? Because it's very controversial. Obviously, you know, there's naysayers and there's people that are
fuck
for
the
her.
UK right off the bat.
Okay.
The British Tea Party bastards. No, I'm kidding.
Bastards.
No, I'm just kidding.
Get your
I'm
tea
going.
outta
Nah, I
here.
got your attention now. Pay attention. All right. So, I mean, listen, they do what they do on their side, and that's why, you know, we the USA, home of the free, land of the brave.
Right.
We some patriotic ass people in the
Right.
building. Listen, I mean, everybody has mixed views on, you know, on everything, and
100%.
some people are for it, some people are, you know, mourning, and some people are like, ding dong, the witch is dead, you know, because it's that, what is it, that patriarchy, you know, that
the monarchy and
monarchy,
shit, yeah.
excuse me, and those people have been like ruling for the longest and whatnot. And people,
You ain't lying.
some people do not, you know, bow down to that, or they have to, because if not, you know,
Right.
it's your ass.
Exactly.
So, but obviously, I've never been to UK. I don't know, you know,
Likewise.
what that social life is over there, and politics and all that whatnot. We got enough drama over here on the U.S.
ain't
soil.
lying.
You know what I'm
was
saying?
Not lying.
Trying to stay free over here.
For real.
But I mean, obviously, you know, she obviously meant something. And listen, I'll tell you one thing: she lived one hell of a life.
Yeah.
She lived one hell of a life. She
96 years old.
Right?
She passed away.
I think you're
96
good. Listen,
years
you break 90s, you lived a good life, man.
Word.
And especially within her time frame, where she's seen
Seen
all the
so
wars and
much.
everything, and then like with technology, and she lived a good life, man.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, 100%.
pass down that baton, pass down that torch, man.
You and a lot of people, what is it? You and a lot of people feel the same way. There was this insert that I read, and it said, across the African continent, there were people saying that I will not mourn for Queen Elizabeth. They murdered more than 1 million people and put them in concentration camps where they were tortured and dehumanized. It also goes on to say that we do not mourn the death of Elizabeth because to her death is a reminder of every tragic period in the country's and Africa's history. During her 70-year reign as queen, she never once acknowledged the atrocities that her family inflicted against Native people across the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, and other things. I mean, I had to look up, like, what was the Commonwealth? Like, what is that? Like, how many countries is that? And it's like a good 10, 15 countries. I mean, like it's like Trinidad and Tobago, like it's Barbados, Canada. You know what I mean? Like it's a big mix of things in South Africa and as I was doing research on the Queen and you know, all the royals and everything, I came up with a couple of facts that are pretty, I mean, they're pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? Like the Queen, she reigned for 70 years. It's the longest reigning British monarch in history.
Sounds like Castro.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of does. Yeah, it kind of does.
You dictating.
It kind of does.
Dictating ass.
It kind of does, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, because it's like, all right, like he's gonna put his son in it, and it's just
It's just a power switch, you know.
Right.
Shit, it's like it doesn't give other people a chance to come in and switch things up.
Right.
You know, it's that
Things have to always be.
it's that monopoly where they just rule the board and you get
that's
what
it.
you can, you know,
And that's it.
and that's it, you know.
And they rule with an iron fist because I mean I don't know. I think that nowadays, I mean, I understand why there are kings and queens, and I don't understand it also. Like, it's their culture and all that, and here at For the Culture, we're about that, you know what I'm saying? The Swats show. But at the same time, I feel like in modern times, we don't need that. I mean, what do we need a family that is that powerful,
Yeah.
that rich, that has control over that much territory?
I think any time you give anybody that amount of power, it always goes in a dark path.
Right.
And I think that's one thing that people always strive for. They say, you know, money is power, and once you like you can never get enough of it, right? You can never get enough money. You're always chasing the next thing and more natural human greed. So I think once you give people too much power, man, like it does something to the human
Definitely.
psyche, and it's really a bad trip for everybody else. You know, it's a bad, you know, it's a negative thing for everybody else.
Right.
And I don't think that one family should be the one to be. I don't know. It's like,
a rule
listen,
at
I've
all.
never seen some Game of Thrones shit, but I could just see how
I'm
like
saying.
everybody's fighting for this and that. Like, that's old school. That's barbaric times. We're civilized, but
That's how I
we're-
kind of feel.
You know, like we're still
But at
human.
the same time, I understand it. You know what I mean? Like, it's their culture. You know what I mean? Like, and who am I to, you know, who am I to say otherwise? But I mean, I guess I just don't understand it.
I mean, again, that's on that side, and I mean, I can't speak ignorantly from a side that I've never been over there, so I don't know what it is and tradition and whatnot. You know, I'm born in, you know, one of the best countries in the world, USA, TMS USA. So all day I'm gonna rep, but it just seems a little messed up, man. And obviously, people that were actually born over there and whatnot, and they feel some type of way on, you know, how things are being handled over there, and you know that whole system. It's got to say something, you know what I'm saying? Right. And it should have a level of democracy to be able to speak up against it and about it, you know, speak your mind and, you know, your opinion. But, I mean, can you tell me some good things that came out of that? Like, I mean, something people that are saying on a positive note.
Well,
the negative note. You got to look at both sides of the coin.
They're saying that the queen is the most beloved woman in history.
Okay.
Most beloved. She served her people pretty much her entire life. She was really dedicated to you know, service.
Okay.
And she instilled that in her son and who's the king now. But
even within that though, didn't they have some drama in the family? Wasn't they?
That's what we're here to talk about, baby.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Let's get
But
into
yeah, I
this
mean,
shit.
yeah, as I was doing research and everything, you know what I'm saying? Like, not my words, just check the internet, you know what I'm saying? Like, it said that our king, well, I can't even quote, not even, it's a thing, our king now, or not our king, but their king.
Is homie as bad as Biden?
He was taking bribes. He was taking bribes
Okay.
and all that stuff. You know what I mean? Like,
listen, for the record, I ain't no political cat. I just like to talk my shit. So
right back at you.
Here we go.
Same here.
Bear
Same
with
here. You know what I mean? Like, so, you know, there's so much controversy around the crown. And this is like, for instance, right, when my first real experience with the crown was when Princess Diana passed away.
Yeah.
Right. My mother or my stepmother, you know what I'm saying, she was watching the funeral on TV, and I was running around, little snot nose, running around, whatever. And I was just kind of like, oh, like, who died? And she's like, Princess Diana. And she was like distraught about the shit. And I was like that bitch. And she was just more like, that is the princess. Like, who? Right. And I never
level
I'm like, we
respect.
never knew, right. You know what I'm saying?
Matter,
like,
but she left an imprint on people.
A big imprint.
But that's the thing too. It's like,
respect that gangster.
Even as much as she's as long as she's been gone, she left a mark on people where it's like, to this day when you mention her name, it's like the beloved and this and that and what she stood for. And so someone that's been born into that was kind of like, I wouldn't say the black sheep of the family, somebody that kind of like stuck out and was in her own way speaking up against the family and whatnot.
Right.
So you really think to yourself, if you have an open mind, if you have any 2 cents, you think, what was really going on over there to make her feel uncomfortable or some type of way or want to get out of that, you know? And you even see what's happening with,
Meghan Markle. Yep.
yeah, like they're trying to pull away from that. So it's kind of like a messed up version of the Kardashians, where they're kind of like, this family is toxic.
That is
we gotta pull back. Is that a good
insane.
analogy? I'm just saying, if we could bring it into modern times,
That's
I gotta
insane.
pull out of this because there's just something. There's something brewing within this family.
That's
just,
insane that you said that. You know what I mean, because it is like that, and that you brought up Meghan Markle. She and Prince Harry did an interview with Oprah. Did you know about that?
Yeah, I could have sworn I caught a clip of that.
So, for instance, the Queen's concerned with how dark her grandson's skin would be when the baby was born, Prince Archie. Like, it's like, all right, like it's getting a little hot in here with the you know, the topics. You know what I'm saying? Like, Mrs.
Pressure.
Queen, like you're supposed to be. It's like you're holier than thou. Like it's like I feel like this. On planet Earth, we're all equals. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, and for there to be a queen, like you're above motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I just I get it. Like, there's kings and queens in Saudi Arabia and in, I mean, probably where else? And on the east, I mean, the far east coast, maybe. You know what I mean? Like kings and China and everything.
It's that power trip that I was telling you, man.
Just,
like, people get to a point where they think that they're literally a god on earth, and they're just, you know, you guys are here, you guys are at this level, and I'm above you, I see above you, and, you know, they rule with an iron fist. So if you don't roll with their agenda or their way, then it's like, that's it.
It's a wrap. And you know, the powers that be did not want him to receive the title of prince. By the same token, it's meant that he will not afford any security. The monarchs wanted to change covenants to deny the first person born of color in the royal family. And it's crazy because they're super about, like, the royal blood. It's like all you hear about, like, you'll never be a royal because you don't have the royal blood. And it's like the history behind that, like, you know, maybe I'm wrong, but weren't they like all fucking each other and shit, like to keep the royal blood together? So it's like
fucking within some
yeah, like it says the shit like
House of Dragons. Oh my God, that's
for real,
some crazy shit, like
some Spartacus shit.
Spartacus
for real,
shit, yeah,
for real. It's like, man, it's, you know, it's funny because, like, when I think of kings and queens and all that stuff, like, I think of, like, medieval I think
times.
of, like, that's where my mind goes, and it's
where being civil wasn't like. You could be uncivil because at the same time it was barbaric times.
Correct.
Right now, you know, but now that we live in modern times and we got technology and we got, you know, we got people that actually have, you know, morals, and we got regulations and whatnot. All that shit right now is like, I feel like that's like a step back.
Right.
Like, they keep pushing people back and, like, to move forward, you know.
Right.
You're all about should be moving forward, looking forward, progress. And I mean, those people just have what would you say, an outdated way of thinking.
Yeah, 100%. I mean,
You know?
think about it. The Queen was the first member of the British royal family to send an email. The Queen, this Queen that passed. Yeah, I mean,
You know,
like,
somebody
it's,
typed that shit for her.
It's crazy. I know, right? Like, I know, right? Like,
Come on.
Like, come
Did
on.
you see my man try to sign some shit with a bad pen?
All right, he's like, oh, I can't. Oh, wait,
Yeah.
wait a minute.
Come on.
It's the pen's fault, not my
Yeah,
fault.
get
It's just,
outta
I don't
here.
know. It's just that whole royal system. I mean, hats off to you, pip pip cheerio and all that. Yeah, I mean, no disrespect, but
I'm sorry, I just got to make a quick shout out. I give a shout out to my man Tyson Fury, though. Pound for pound, heavyweight. Respects. Love you, champ.
yeah, you gotta respect him. You gotta respect
I got
him.
love for him.
You gotta
Good people.
respect him. You gotta respect him. Him and, like, Idris Elba. You know what I mean? Respect to him, string a bell, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, all day. You know what I mean? Like, but you gotta respect him because, like, I remember he fought, Tyson Fury fought Deontay Wilder. And he just whooped his ass, man.
Yeah.
He just whooped his ass. And Deontay Wilder, I wanted Deontay Wilder to win.
Yeah.
Like, that was, like, he's from Brooklyn and all that stuff. I
Home
mean,
team.
like, and the thing about it is, I feel like boxing, it's not as popular because there isn't an American heavyweight. Like when it's an American heavyweight, or even when Deontay Wilder, before he lost to Fury, when I think they draw. I think it was a draw or something like that, but he knocked him down and all that stuff.
Yeah. He
There was
bounced
like a
back.
little
He
bit
bounced
like
right back.
it was a little bit of a trajectory, like, oh, he could potentially be the heavyweight champion. You know what I'm saying? Like, and there was I feel like there was a little bit of a buzz going around in boxing. What is your thoughts on that?
I miss people like Tyson, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We need a Tyson in the States, man. We need somebody to come back, and to this day, the man is still loved. Very admirable. But I mean, listen. At the end of the day, again, like we're going back and forth on the other side of of the world, but we do got love and respect for people out there and whatnot. We're just simply shooting the shit on things that are going on and about in this world, and
100%.
everybody should be able to throw their 2 cents in and just say what they got to say, because you never know what that might spark the idea of someone else to really like follow up on something that could potentially shift the world in the right direction. That works for everybody.
Real talk.
You know what I'm saying?
Real talk. Keeping things in the sports world, Britney Griner is stressed and arrested in prison.
That's a rough situation. Listen,
she's stressed. She awaits the start of her appeal hearings. If you guys don't know about Britney Griner, she was a WNBA star. She's like a superstar, really. She's well known. She's well known. WNBA star that was sentenced to 9 years in prison on drug smuggling charges, which her lawyers are appealing. Do you have any thoughts or anything on that?
Man, you could play devil's advocate on both sides of the things.
100%.
Always on a lot of topics. So I'm gonna say this pretty much like, yeah, girl, you fucked up, knowing that a country is pretty grimy and could do things like that to you. You fucked up. You shouldn't. I understand. Over here we smoke and this and that. As far as for whatever the case is, if you got therapy or you just medicinal, whatever the case is, but you should have been more on top of your shit, knowing that you're going into a foreign country and whatever. Come on, girl, you ever fucking watch Locked Up Abroad?
And that's
like,
the thing
on,
too.
like,
and that's the thing too. Like, as I was researching more for this topic, you know what I'm saying? Like, I found out like she had a doctor's note for the pen. Right, and then also she worked in Russia. There was a basketball team in Russia that she played for that paid her more than the WNBA. The WNBA, if I can recall, was paying her $221,000, and Russia she was getting $1 million per season. So yeah, you're gonna go get that bag. Like what's up in Russia. It's not like this is your first time there.
Yeah, it's not your first rodeo.
Exactly.
So you should have understood. But I mean, listen. At the end of the day, everybody's gonna tell you the same thing, because nobody's gonna care about your situation like you. Obviously, you're the one that's stuck in it right now.
100%.
But you should have been more responsible in that sense. Now, been there, you did it. It is what it is. You're in the situation. Now, how do you get yourself out?
Yeah, man.
Like
going back to it, February 17th, she got detained at the Russian airport. And then May 3rd, the U.S. considered her, like, they looked into it and they considered that she was wrongfully detained. And that was on May 3rd.
Okay.
Right? So on July 7th, she pleaded guilty to bringing hashish oil into Russian soil, which is a crazy felony. And then on August 4th, she was sentenced to 9 years in Russian prison. After doing
I really think, man, I really think they're making an example of her.
They are.
I mean, they don't, whatever you say with these people, they don't care for U.S., USA citizens and whatnot. American
I think it was
citizens,
a political.
It's definitely a political statement.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, this can happen to you.
She don't deserve that shit.
She don't know. Like, man, come on. For 9 years of your life, that's stiff. And anybody in that situation would be like, obviously, I'm sure she regrets the damn day that she fucking packed it in her bag. But
and it's funny that you say that too, because she was saying like, oh, like, I I didn't know it was in the bag, and all those.
My man, how
weak
many times did you?
excuses,
Yeah, you know, it's like when a cop pulls you over, like,
Like,
that
yo,
shit's not mine.
suffer,
I don't know how that
suffer.
got there.
I don't know
I
how
don't
this
know.
beer got it in my possession.
Listen,
but
you
I mean,
know damn well when you pack your bag, because most
know
of
what's
us
up.
be
Right.
fucking packing
Right.
it the
Right.
day before, the night before, rushing. You know what everything's
to
in your
Russia.
bag, because you're double.
You rushing to Russia?
You're double checking. Do I got all my shit? Do I got all my shit? What am I missing? What am I missing? I said, let me get 6 pairs of drawers just in case I shit myself. Whatever. Just you. Everybody knows. You know what the hell's in your bag. So with that, I mean, I don't know what to say, but yeah, homegirl's in a fucked up situation, and
Yeah.
I hope she gets out. But
Yeah,
you know,
100%.
that's-
100%.
This is a hell of a wake up call.
Yeah, here at the SWAT show, I just wanted to bring that, I wanted to bring that to light again. I wanted to continue to bring attention and continue to talk about the call to get Britney Griner back home, because she's one of us and she needs to be back home. Like, yo, free Britney Griner for real. Like, I mean, like, have her do her time over here, a little slap on the whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Just
she
get her
needs
out
to
of
get
there.
time served, really,
Just
to be
get-
honest.
but just get her out
Get
of
her
there.
ass out of there. You know what I mean? Like, sorry, Britney, you're not going to be getting $1 million a season, which the WNBA women should be kind of getting close to that. But that's another podcast. But, I mean, she's not no slouch. You know what I mean? Like, she won gold in 2021. She was the first WNBA player to dunk twice in a game. And, and she holds the record for the most dunks in a career in the WNBA.
Listen, I'll tell you one thing at this point. I don't think she gives a damn about making $1 million in Russia. She just
Hell
wants
nah.
to get the hell out of Russia.
She just want to get back to her wife, you know what I'm saying? Like,
That's it.
and
Just
and
get
that's
back.
it. Back to her wife, back to her life, and
Put this thing past her, you know?
yeah, man. We're praying for you. We're praying for you. Our hearts go out to you for real. On other crazy ass fucking news, more local than Russia, in Polk County, there was a 17-year-old human trafficking victim. Court ordered to pay her alleged victims $150,000. Yo,
that was crazy. I heard about
You kidding
that.
me?
I heard
You
about
kidding me? Like, so, like, she stabbed the guy. She stabbed the guy like 30 times. You know what I'm saying? Not for nothing, but she was a runaway or something like that. She was a runaway, and this guy took her under her wing or adopted her some kind of way, and then was like pimping her out. And then there was this one dude who was raping her by knife point. You know what I mean? And they're saying that when he was sleeping, she fucking poked him up, Pokemon. You know what I'm saying? Like,
fucking Michael Myers' his ass.
exactly.
Well,
Exactly.
Well, listen, I mean, that's rough.
It's very rough.
That's really rough. But what happened to the other case of the other chick that did the same shit and she got off scot-free?
Well, this one, and I'm sorry, I'm saying this one. I didn't catch her name, but she didn't get any jail time. She didn't get any jail time. The judge was as lenient as he could be. He was saying that this is the most lenient I can be. With a $150,000 fine. She's only 17 years old. This shit happened when she was 15, and now she's 17, and she was going through the court system.
Who's got to pay for all that trauma?
Well, GoFundMe.
You know, like
GoFundMe is because in her GoFundMe she has $260,000 in it, and it's rising. And you know what? I think she deserves it.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Because
she's
she's not even 18,
Listen,
my dude.
the human brain stops developing at 25, and she's like not even 18. She's gonna need a lot of therapy to get through all that.
She's not even 18. Yeah, 100%. So the judge told her that you ain't getting no jail time, but you have to have 5 years of probation and in a detention home to give her the building blocks that she needs to succeed in life. Because I mean, at 17. What the hell were you doing at 17? I was doing that. I mean, I was embodying people. You know what I mean? Like, but I was definitely.
I was up in the Miami ice cream, like, don't stop, pop that, let me see you.
Right? Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, I mean, at least once she gets back on the right path, she can further on and be something great. Hopefully, I mean, like, it is a shame though.
It is, man. And in that sense, man, like. That's very traumatizing. I mean, obviously, I know. I mean, it could happen on both sides, but obviously, it happens more on the female end of it, and females just gotta, ladies have to be careful out there,
Yeah.
with what's going on. But I don't think they should hold it against her, and this especially for the simple fact that the people that are judging that have never been in that situation. So it's like, how would you want someone to be lenient with you on that sense? Like,
Right.
what about those girls that got, like, what was it when they got held by what's this person? I think it was like BTK or whatever, or the people that were held like hostage in a house for, like they were held hostage in a house, in someone's house for X amount of time, years. And then finally one went out, like, like got loose and was able to get some help. But
was that the not to cut you off? Was that the viral video with the
dude
with the perm, and he was like,
he seemed like a good neighbor.
He's like, I saw the white girl walk up to the black guy, and I knew something was wrong. I was like, oh my God.
Oh yeah,
he was on point though. Like,
yeah,
he was.
That shit was hilarious. But he was like, I knew something was wrong. The white girl coming up to the black dude saying like, I need help.
A white girl ran up to a black man and gave him a hug, and right then and there, I knew there was some problems. I was like, oh, this nigga really.
That's funny. It's fucked up, but it's true. And going back to what happened, it's like we can't be quick to judge on that situation. So I feel like they should have really, weighed out that decision more. What you said, she has to pay $150,000 for what?
150 to the family.
They're just trying to cash in.
To the family.
They're just trying to cash in.
Either
he wasn't worth shit, but we'll take 150.
That rapist got a good ass lawyer, bro. Like, no lies, son. Like, 150 to the family, son. Like,
yeah.
And that's the thing too. Like, the court knows that they're not denying that he raped her. Like, they're like, yeah, like
we got the facts. We got the evidence. We got
right. Yeah, I mean, like, but like, here's this bill and shit. Like, that's fucking insane. But like, shout out to GoFundMe though. You know what I mean? Like, that girl don't need to be 15. You ain't got $150,000 to pay.
All I'm gonna say is whoever's cashing out that GoFundMe for her, she needs to have somebody in charge of that money and make sure that shit goes to proper use.
Real talk. Real talk. Because $100,000, and it's only getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only getting bigger and bigger. Shout outs to GoFundMe, man.
It's crazy that the majority of people probably that know her, whatever, probably don't are not showing any love to her, and that's all from random strangers and random people. So it's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Shit's getting thick out there. Do you got any media, any games, any books, anything you would suggest anyone to watch or not to watch?
Man, I had one that I was someone mentioned to me to go read. I don't have it off the top of my head.
I got a book. I was reading The Greatest Salesman in the World. Great book. Really short, easy read. I mean, it's a great book. I mean, the title, it doesn't even really have anything to really do with being the greatest salesman in the world. It's just like steps to being a better you. And it's
personal
crazy.
growth.
It is. It's kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the way they set it up, it's kind of like, it's like a little touch of like a little biblical, a little bit. Like a little bit, like it's like kind of like they kind of talk about like there was like a star in the sky and there was somebody walking behind, and like you kind of like get the vibes of like, oh, there was like the three wise men, and then there was a baby in a cave, and he like gave his garment to the baby that he was supposed to sell, and he felt like a failure, but like the baby in the cave was like, it was like they're giving off hints of like that could have been maybe Jesus, like type shit. Like it's a great read. I mean, I'm kind of spoiling a little bit of it, but like Greatest Salesman in the World is the
greatest
tier.
salesman in the world.
Good book.
That's good. Well, obviously within my field, that would definitely be a plus. But the book, now I got it right here, that someone mentions to me is How to Win Friends and Influence People, Dale Carnegie.
Okay.
And it starts with the core of pretty much human, I guess, psychology of interacting with people and how you can learn to, I would say in the sales tactic kind of way, but just realizing how the human mind works,
right?
How people work and how people like to talk about themselves, and how you can understand that when you're in certain situations, and how, I guess, if you're trying to make it work in your favor, that you can use the leverage of that knowledge to benefit you in any sales tactic. And just the human psyche, man, just learning how things work. And just another thing too is just people to just be aware of being emotional intelligence.
Right.
Emotional intelligence. We're so quick nowadays to jump and respond to things instead of really taking things in and interpreting it, and really like break it down, like,
Right.
why am I feeling like this? Why
Right.
is this person coming at me like this?
Right.
Why is this really, like, instead of just a quick
Just
to judge and
taking
react like,
things to
oh,
heart,
this person's
like,
a piece of shit, this and that.
Yeah, you want to be an asshole to me? Fine.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, oh, well, there's more to it.
Like
you know?
there is more to it. So I think, and the thing is, we're in a society that it's fast, instant gratification, and our minds are getting fed all this fucking dopamine from social media and information, this and that. So it's kind of like, take a step back, break it down, realize what's going on, your situation you're in. And people, man, listen, we're all human at the end of the day, man. We have bad days, we have good days, we got bad days.
That's right.
And just just take a step back, man. Just break shit down. And it's hard, man, because we're just so quick to judge. Whatever the case is, something happens, we're just quick to just put a label on it, or
Because it's instant gratification, instant. I mean, everything
it's just
is
instant. You don't really like look at it like,
nobody ever
why?
like takes a different look at something. Like, oh, let me look at it from this angle. Okay, let me. All right. Well, okay. Now let me see it from this point of view, or his perspective. I mean,
Right.
okay. Now I see why this person felt or did things the way they did it. You know what I'm saying?
If a lot of people, man, were to take the time to stop and just put themselves in other people's shoes and see shit from a different point of view,
It'd be a whole different world.
different ball game, man.
A whole different
but that's my 2 cents. Slow shit down. Think before you speak. Mean what you say. Say what you mean, not what you meant.
100%. 100%.
1,000.
You was talking about Tyson Fury earlier in the pod. I usually suggest for my listeners and viewers to, I suggest for you guys to watch certain things that I like and maybe you would like also. But this is a show that I liked, but I gotta stress to you guys not to watch it. It's Hulu's Mike, and I liked the show, but come to find out that they're not paying Mike Tyson for any royalties or anything for his life story.
Yeah, fuck that. Cancel him.
Yeah,
cancel him.
We gotta
Share your passwords.
Yeah,
unsubscribe.
all day long.
Subscribe
All
to
day long.
Netflix.
Yeah, just
They
don't.
took care of my boy Chappelle.
Word. Like,
That's it.
same shit for Mike. Like, for real. Like, let's get this shit together, guys. Like, for real.
It's
like,
Mike, yo. How you
it's
gonna
a shame.
disrespect the legend?
It's
like
a shame.
that, bro?
And he will fuck your ass up too. You saw him fuck up the dude on the plane.
Oh yeah.
Like, are you serious?
Homie still got it.
Dude. Come on, dude. Like, get it together over here, man. You got any shout outs you want to make?
Shout outs, man. Shout outs to Aries, the brokerage that we work with. Shout outs to 42 second place for
Shout out,
holding
baby.
it down, letting us do this
All
thing.
day, all
Shout
day.
outs to my man Ransom
Let's
for
go.
letting
Shout out
me
to you too, my
come
dude.
through and talk my shit.
Hell yeah.
Try not to get canceled, but still trying to talk my shit.
Salute to that. You know what I
Nowadays,
mean?
we walking on thin ice with that.
Word.
Shout outs to the crew, the whole Ramil crew.
Let's go.
JC, Mario Riverone,
Hell yeah.
mi gente,
Hell yeah. That's the
You already know.
motherfucking team right there.
team.
That's what's up. You know what I mean? Like, I want to shout out Kiko. You know what I mean? Because my dude Kiko, he came through hard body today. You know what I mean? Shout out Primo too. You ain't here, but you know what I mean? You're highly missed. I'll see you next week, my G. And shout out to you, my dude. You know what I'm saying? I was very nervous.
No pressure.
You know what I mean? But like, we good. You know what I mean?
it.
We good all day. I want to give you some wise words from Ransom. A fool thinks of himself to be wise, but a wise man knows himself to be a fool. You know what it is, and you know what to do it for. We do it for the culture.
All day.
Peace.
1K.
All right. You were right on time. 34.
We with it, son.